Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking about how to start your business, and we're going to be looking at security as a main business of topic tonight. And I've been doing security since 2012. I got my security license actually February 2012 is when I got my security license, and I immediately started um, going to level 3 and 4 after I got my level 2. And then I took over a training school in 2013, and I ran it for a year and almost 2 years. And then I started my own security training school and security company. And so I've been around the block, have a lot of bumps and um, bruises to show and to share uh, about the security industry, especially here in Texas. And so what we're talking about in today is how to start a security company in the state of Texas and some of the rules and regulations for that. So I invited several people to join us, and we'll see how many will join. We know people's schedules are crazy, and we did have some interest, but we are here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask those questions. I put together a incredible deal to help people start their own security company. And if you maybe I'll go over that deal real quick so that you can know what that is. How do you pronounce your name? Do you want to talk and share anything? Mosa, Mosa.
Yeah, this is me,
Oh,
Mosa.
Mosa. All right, awesome, awesome, Mosa. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yes, of course.
If you're open, okay. So what are your goals in security? Are you just getting started? I know you said you had your license to carry. We were texting earlier, and what are your goals? What are you looking to do with security?
Well, I have my process service and private investigation company.
Oh, okay,
I try to add the security levels on it, so like just upgrade the levels.
okay, okay. Awesome, awesome. That's a great deal. So you're a process server and you're a private investigator. Okay.
Yes.
And now you want to move into a Class C license. Have
Yes.
you started that process already, or you're just looking into it?
I got the uncommissioned level 2, and I finished the online training for level 3. And as we discussed in the text message, I will get tomorrow the level 4 with you, I believe,
Yes.
tomorrow after.
Yes, we'll start on that process. Yes, it's a 16-hour course, 15-hour course, and we'll go ahead and take care of that and make sure you're good with that course.
Yeah. It's
So
gonna be in two. It's gonna be in 2 days or in 15 hours in one day.
yeah, it's 2 days, and I have a some of it online, so I'll give you that online, and then we'll meet about the rest of it. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So uh, it is fantastic. So it'll get you ready, up and going, and moving in the right direction. So that's great. How long have you had your company?
I just opened it last year.
Okay, you opened it last
So
year.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you the company representative or you have somebody representing you?
No, I'm the representative.
Okay, great, great. So you had the opportunity to take the test and and pass the test
For which
for
certificate?
security in the state of Texas.
Uh, well, still we need to do the range practice thing so I can get the commission one.
Yes, but to have a security company in the state of Texas, there has to be someone on your in your organization that has taken the state exam. There's a state exam of 200 questions, and someone has to take that test and represent your company to get your proper license on in the state of Texas. So
I want, yeah, sure.
yeah, so
I was looking for that yesterday, I believe, or the day before. I saw like a license for business different than the license for individuals.
yes, yes, yes. It's different. It's a different license, and yes, you can be a private investigator, and you can be under another company, and you can have your license. You can have a private investigation license and rep and but it has to if you get a security license, you have to have it tied to some company, okay, and a company that's licensed through the state DPS. And in order to have a company licensed through the state, which is a private security program, which is under the DPS, Department of Public Safety for Texas, it's under their umbrella. And the PSP requires that you have some you take the test. You have to have 2 years of management experience in whatever area that's in that you're trying to get a license for, and you have to take that test. If you don't have 2 years managerial experience in security, you can have a military background, or if you had some education and you did security, some type of security in education, they'll take that. And or if you was a peace officer, they'll take those credentials as well, in lieu of having 2 years experience in the field. So then you take the test. It's a 200 question test. It's open book, and it's over all the laws and regulations in the state of Texas over that's governing security. And you got 2 hours to take 120, 200 questions. But like I said, it's open book, so you can you do have to know a lot of information already. But I have prepared a course where I train you and get you prepared for taking that test.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
well, should I have the 2 years experience first before this tests?
Yes. So you need to have at least 2 years experience, or you need to have one of those other things that I said, either education or military or policing that will cover that. And so what the offer that I have is I do 1 year of coaching. So on calls like this is similar to the coaching call, and 1 year to help. I'll help you prepare for the security exam. When you're ready, you'll be prepared for it. But we'll go. You get this course in this package that I created. I'll train 5 people for you in levels 2, 3, 4, and private investigation. Okay. So
that's good.
Yeah. So I'll train people. I'll train And they can be different people. So if you want 5 people for level 2, 5 different people for level 3, I'll give you those. And with this offer, I give you 3 months of welcome, Gray. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
Oh, fabulous. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, sorry I'm a little late, man.
Oh, we're good. We are talking about the irresistible offer that I put together to help people start their own security company. And I give them 1 year of coaching for free, or it's included in the package. I help you prepare for the exam, the security exam for the state. I give you 5 levels 2, 3, and 4 training courses and private investigation. So I'll help you get 5 people licensed, or I guess that's 20 courses that I'll give you. So you can actually charge people for the course, send them to me, and it'll be credited to your account. So you don't have to pay me. You kind of prepay in a sense, you get 3 months of me representing your company. So I'll represent your company for 3 months. And that normally ranges between $300 and $500 a month. Some people charge that has taken that license. And so that first 3 months, I'll give it to you included. It'll be included. And then the after that, it's just $200 a month, just to really get you started up and running. I give you a 3-page website design. So I designed a website already for you. All you got to kind of do is plug and play, put your logo and all that kind of stuff in there. I have an association, Security Info Source. Right now is the name of it. I'll be changing the name shortly, but there's an association fee of $400. I'm including that so that you'll be a member of my association as well. And we help each other, and we get contracts. We help each other on contracts, and we do some subcontracting as well. I help you with your contract. So feel free if you have any questions or anything like that.
No, I just wanna confirm on you that Houston has a lot of jobs opportunity. Contracts will work just fine in here. Like, it's gonna be amazing idea. So just sharing jobs in Houston is a big city. People don't imagine how jobs in our field, investigation or security, how big it is in Houston.
Yes, and Texas in general. So that's the beauty of having a security company in Texas, because you have the whole state to stretch your wings in, right? Cool. And so your jurisdiction runs from one end to the next. And so that's one thing. And and the amount of money that can be made is simply outstanding. So I'll help you set up contracts. I'll give you sample contracts that you can plug and play, and of course modify to your needs. I have a security application. So if you're hiring officers, I'll give you a security application so that you can ask the right questions for your officers. I also will design your logo and patch, help you design your logo and patch if you have something in mind. So that's over a $10,000 value, and I'm offering it for $1,000. I'm offering it for $1,000. And so you get all of that for $1,000. And pretty much I'll give you everything that I got. And in my understanding of security, I was able to do over $1 million, which is small, small money in the state of insecurity. I was able to do over $1 million worth of security in 1 year. And so I learned a whole lot. I didn't keep as much money as I would like to in that year, but I was able to make that, and so I'm glad. If I knew what I know now, it would be definitely different. but
Of course.
the pandemic, it shut. I had a lot of restaurants. Well, majority of my contracts were restaurants, and so when the pandemic hit, I lost all of those contracts and didn't get them back. So and I really lost my interest in doing contracts myself, right? And so I kind of switched gears, and I've been working on the blockchain technology and for about a year and a half now, and so I'm marrying the two, security and blockchain technology, and sharing with people how we can benefit from this technology and take our lives and whatever we're doing to another level. And so I'm really excited about it. So I'll share a little bit more about that. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions, and we will definitely try to answer it to the best of our ability. And if we don't know, if we don't know it, then we can definitely find out that information, or steer you in the right direction to find out.
I just have a concern about what's gonna be after level 4. Is there another levels that we don't know about it?
No, there's no other levels in the private security program. Well, there's no other levels in the private security program. So it starts with 2, which is non-commissioned, and level 2 is non-commissioned or unarmed officer. Level 3 is an armed security or a commissioned officer. And level 4 is a personal protection officer or a bodyguard. Okay. And then we have other things in the security industry. So you can have you can be a courier service where you carry goods like jewelry or money, like rings and stuff like that. Or you can have a private where you go pick up jewelry and take jewelry to another location. So if they're, jewelers, they'll hire a security company to transport their jewelry. So that's something that you can do. You also can be a locksmith. Locksmiths are under the private security program as well. They really don't have IT, but you do have fire alarm systems, CVC systems. All that is covered under the private security program as well. And so those licenses are governed by the private security program.
Oh, nice. So like after finishing the private security, I need to apply for school for a locksmith, or that's gonna be...
Yes, if you want to do locksmith, you have to do that, but you have to have a company representative that has that experience. So the private security program doesn't want you to, they want to kind of control how people do business. And so they want somebody to be accountable for the business that you do in your company. So if you're not a locksmith, they want somebody in your company that will know how the locksmith industry is governed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so if you do something wrong or something happens, somebody it gets back to the private security program. They're going to come to the company representative and say, hey, why did you allow Why are y'all doing this in this company? You should know better. Okay, you already passed the state test, and you should stay update with the rules and regulation that goes on with the private security program, and y'all shouldn't have done that. And so they want people that are experienced, and I have experience in locksmith as well, and the courier service, and so pretty much armed. If you want dogs and having that patrol, K9 patrol is also available as well.
Oh, that's nice. So the dog officer, that's, I can include it, or it's need a license for it too?
You can include it in your Class B license. If you have a Class A license already as a private investigator company, then you need a Class C license, which encompasses private security as well as private investigation. And so under the private security, you can have K9 unit. You can have a K9 unit, the trainer and the handler.
Nice. Yeah, because that's also helpful with the investigation work. It's really, really helpful.
Yes.
I think K9.
Yes. So yes, you can add that once you get your level B or a class. It will be a Class C if you're doing private investigation and private security. Once you get that Class C license, then yes, you can handle that. Of course, that increases your insurance once you have dogs. You put the dog in there, they're gonna charge a little bit more for insurance, but you just roll that over to the clients.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So yeah, that's a great question. So did I answer your question?
I'm sorry, did what?
I said, did I answer your question? Did you get your question? Oh yeah. Come on with it. Come on with it. This is what this is about. This is what this is about. Is to tap into my experience and my knowledge, and I'm really here to help. I know when I started, I had a couple of company owners that really helped me and poured into me, and shared their wisdom with me, and it really helped me get started. I wish I would have knew which questions to ask at the time, because I did run into some things that was very challenging. Had I known, I could have avoided it. But nevertheless, they did add value to my business and my life. So this is my payback for that. This is my payback.
That would be glad. You should be glad for it.
Yes. So feel free to ask any questions that you may have. The private security program is like I said, the jurisdiction you have throughout the state. And if you want to cross state lines, all you have to do is communicate with the other states that you may be traveling to, maybe cities that you're traveling to, and let them know that, hey, I'm coming in. Of course, you can do bounty hunting with your level 3. You can do bounty hunting. But I encourage those that want to do bounty hunting to also have private investigation. So if you have private investigation, which is a unarmed license, you can have your level 3 and your level 4 and do that business, right? So it's just a good thing where you can be an armed officer. And the only thing with a level 3 security officer must have their weapon shown. So you cannot conceal your weapon as a level 3 officer. As a level 4 officer, you must conceal your weapon. So so that's the difference between level 3 and level 4. That's one of the major differences. Of course, when you're doing personal protection, when you're a personal protection officer, you actually put your life in harm's way to protect your client. And so you must be willing to do that and skilled enough to do that. And so we'll be going through some of those training and skills to help you prepare for that. If you want to do that, and you got to know your client. So we'll talk about how to build a client profile and make sure you got all the information you need to know, so you'll know who you're dealing with. So the person that you're protecting, you don't want them to be crazy and get out there and put your life in danger because they don't know how to act. So I got some stories too. I got some stories to tell about about some of the people we protected, and it was just crazy, and so I have a lot of experience and knowledge on how to not do some things and best way to approach things, and still I'm learning every day, and I want to be I just want to be better. My goal is every day I want to be more valuable than I was yesterday. And so I'm on the journey to increase my value every day. One of the things that I want to encourage people that's interested in starting a business is your business only can grow as big as you. And so you have to grow with your business. And that was one of the things that I failed to do, was grow with my business. And so had I had a mindset to I had a mind to grow, but I didn't do the work, and I didn't know how to do the work. And so as now I know how to do the work, and I know how to really access information, being in the information age, right? And I'm not as lazy as I was before. So I'm applying myself more.
Being out of lazy, oh my God. Sometimes you just feel like that's it, I'm done. I don't want to do anything.
Well, it's a difference when you work in your business and then work on your business. So I was working in my business more than I was working on my business. And so that's a mindset shift, right? And so Dr. Stacy, you had your hand up.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I was trying to get on the phone, and it kept saying I need to be authenticated.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm like, okay, I'll just wait till I get to the house and get on my computer. But so I heard the last of Class C,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know. So explain that. I'm sorry. And then the other one is about, because you know my history. So chances of me going out of state is very, that very well will happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on tour especially. So could you just kind of elaborate a little bit on what you said about if you're going out of town or out of state, you might want to, who would you call to say, hey, I'm a licensed in Texas, or
right.
Give me the language for that. That
okay.
was it.
Okay. So in the private security program is under DPS, or the Department of Public Safety in the state of Texas. And so with the private security program, you have three major licenses, and that's Class A license, which is private investigation, Class B license, which is private security, and then Class C license, which is both A and B together, private investigation and private security. And so if you're interested in doing private investigation, I will encourage people to go ahead and get a C license. And it's about $100 more per year to pay for that license. And then it just opens you up to an array of possibilities that you can do. I would also...
I'm sorry, on top of what I already have,
yes,
you're saying it would be good to apply for that as well?
So what you've been applying for is personal. It's not business.
Right. Okay.
Right. So you are getting your personal license, and so once you get your business, you have to apply for a license, either Class A, B, or C.
Got it. And you're saying it's best to apply for C if you're going to do XYZ.
Right.
Is that right?
So if you want to include private investigation into your work, then yes, get a Class C license. Because I know you're thinking about some bodyguarding and some armed security, and so if you want to do private investigation as well, then you want to get a Class C license. If you don't want to do private investigation, you can just get a Class B, and that would suffice.
But even with the C, you're able to stay on board?
Yes, I can do all of it. Yeah. Yeah, I've been in it long enough, and I've been mentored by people that had businesses, and so I've gotten all my credentials so that anything you can do and need to do in the state of Texas in security, I have a license to do that. I've been authorized to do that and run a company that has that. So I've been privileged to do that. The next question that you asked was when you're going out of state. So when you're going out of state and you're doing security work, it's best to check with the jurisdiction you're going into. So if I'm going into, I don't want to even use California, Los Angeles. That was the first came to my mind, but Los Angeles is a tricky. California is a tricky state. And for bodyguards, they mostly want only people that are former police officers to be bodyguards in the state of California. But you need to know what the laws are, what the regulations are in the state. And so if I was going into California, I'm not licensed in California. I started to get my license in California, and I may, get a business license there eventually. But I would contact police officers and hire them on my staff while I'm doing my business in California. And that's what I would do. So if I have a client that I'm taking to California, I just make sure I got a couple of police officers that's rolling with us, that's on duty, that's being paid by me and my client to offer that protection and that, so you don't have any glitches in the system. So just knowing what's going on with that state, their requirements, and giving, just having the right connections. And so with my association, that's what I'm looking to do, is galvanize the whole security industry where we're working together, not apart. And when you go to a city, you'll have somebody that's a part of the association that you can contact and ask questions and get their help in things that you will need to get done while you're in that state. So
got it.
That actually your questions so far?
Yep. Yeah. It would be Nevada, though. I wouldn't go to California.
Nevada. Okay.
It would be in Vegas.
Yeah. Vegas, I'm not sure about Vegas. I'm not sure about their security rules, but I don't think it will be a problem going to Vegas.
Yeah, I have a relative that's a marshal, U.S. Marshal. So I'll ask him. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
You steered me in the right direction, so I'll ask him about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Mosa, you had another question or comment?
Yeah, sorry, just a quick question about the Class C for the private security and the private investigation.
Mm-hmm.
For a private security, it's level 4, isn't it? Just to make sure I understand right. Or private security means level 3.
So it includes private security program includes levels 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So when your Class B license, it includes levels 2, 3, and 4. And it also includes fire alarm systems. It includes locksmith. It includes carrier services, armed K9 unit, dogs, and things of that nature. So it encompasses all those things.
Oh, nice. Can we apply for Class C with you?
Yes, I can help you out in getting up. Like I was saying, the plan that I put together is I'll walk with you for a whole year and make sure that you're strong enough. And if you want me to stay on, of course you. And as you grow, I want to grow with you, and I want to help you grow, and help you with your mindset. And if you're interested in that, because like I said, you only can grow at your business only can grow as you grow. And and a lot of times, and I had to learn that the hard way. But a lot of times when if it outgrows you, your business outgrows you, it'll come back down to who you are because you don't know how to handle it. And so my goal is to continue to grow my mindset so that I can handle multi-millions, even billions of dollars. So that's my journey that I'm on right now. And I know if I can help enough people get what they need. What'd you say? You're following me? What'd you say? Yes. I'm
going behind your step.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If I can help enough people get what they need, I definitely will be able to get what I desire to have. And so we are excited to be able to help in a position to help. And because it's security it can be a very boring job, and it can also be a very exciting job. And
you're right.
I like it better than police force, being in the police force, because you got a cap, right? Or really how much money you can make. You're trading time for dollars. And but when you own a security company, it's not like that. And so you can make a lot of money just by helping people, and meeting a need that they have. And we know that the state of the world, security is not going anywhere. So it's one of those industries that is not going anywhere. And if you try to put us down, then the criminal gonna make sure that you pick us back up real soon. So yeah, and as we move into a more technology-based world, we're going to be needed even more so, and we'll be able to use. I don't know if you all know about blockchain technology. I'll take a few minutes to talk about blockchain technology. It's the technology that Bitcoin came out. When Bitcoin came out, it came out on the blockchain. And blockchain is a real easy way to explain it. It is thousands of computers having the same information worldwide. Another technical term is called nodes. So each node has the same information, or a digital ledger. You might hear that term, a digital ledger. And so in order to corrupt that, you have to take over half of the computers to be able to feed bad information in. Okay, so the bigger the blockchain, the stronger the blockchain. And the technology is moving towards combining. Right now, there's a lot of blockchains out, and it's not even mainstream yet, but they're starting to combine the blockchains. And the more they combine the blockchains, the stronger it's going to be, and it's going to be harder to hack. And so, and it's transparent. Another thing about the blockchain is transparent. So if you do any transactions, all your transactions and your transaction history is transparent to who's ever on the blockchain. And so you can know, you can see the past things that has happened with the person that you're potentially doing business with. Another thing that I like about it is decentralized. There is no government agency that's controlling the blockchain technology. They are racing to gain control of it, but the essence of it is for it to not to be controlled by a government agency. It's for the people by the people, and so it's a technology that's not going anywhere. And so when you think of blockchain technology, you're encompassing cryptocurrency, you're encompassing NFTs, non-fungible tokens, you're encompassing decentralized finance, DeFi, you're encompassing metaverse, right? Your virtual reality. You're also encompassing Web3, or some people call it Web 3.0, which is our next level of web. We had Web 1 when there were big computers and this, that, and the other. The social media age brought in Web 2. And now we're going into the blockchain technology age, which is going to be Web 3. And it's going to be transparent and everything moving fast. And it's just a smarter way to do business. And so I'm looking to have my own separate block chain for security and information flowing from those that are certified in security to be able to have access to that information, and so that we can get the bad actors under control, and at least, hey, get them at bay to the things that matter most to us. And so that's what our goal is. So any questions regarding blockchain technology and things of that nature?
I still don't understand.
You still don't understand it?
It sounds so complicated. And I do know my ex-husband got into the, the Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
and made a slew of money. Driving a Rolls Royce, the whole nine. I don't understand it. And so when you just said blockchain, that is part of it as well, that really threw me for a loop. So
yeah, it's the technology behind.
It's a new way of currency or something.
Yes.
The way currency, is that really the bottom line?
That's the bottom line. It's the technology that's driving the new currency. So in 1971, President Nixon, he took the gold from being backed by the US dollar from being backed by gold. Okay. And so now they can print as much money as they want to and be okay with it. Right. And we've seen that during the pandemic, right? They just started printing money, and they didn't have to have it. They used to have gold to back up the money that they printed. And so the value of the US dollar is just basically on what people value it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So the more people value it, the stronger it is. And so, and that's what cryptocurrency is. So the more people I can get to use and value my coin, the more valuable it becomes. So Bitcoin is the grandfather of it all. And so you probably won't go wrong with getting Bitcoin, right? But now there's a whole lot of other coins. There's a whole lot of other blockchains out there, and you have to be careful. We just saw in the news that Sam
one of the
Beckman, Fried, he got into some trouble, financial trouble, because he was misappropriating funds. But and so they highlighted that because they want to control the blockchain industry so that they can dominate it. But you see the big boys are getting into it. Chase Bank has got into the metaverse, and they said this is $1 trillion industry. You got Walmart in the metaverse. You got actors and stuff like that as well. Yes.
So the metaverse is, all I see it is when I see it, it's in a game. If you want to, and like the people's top part of their bodies is moving around and whatever. What?
Yes, you can do all types of things in the metaverse. Okay, that you can buy land in the metaverse. So Chase purchased some land in the metaverse. Snoop Dogg, he got land in the metaverse.
They purchased land to do what with it? It's only gonna be in the metaverse.
It's only in the metaverse. It's a virtual thing.
In the computer.
Right, but they have concerts. They have concerts in the metaverse. So you can go in to the metaverse and see a concert live in the metaverse. So you have that half body or a full body, and you go sit and listen to a live concert and get that experience.
What experience?
Well, you'll listen to the music. You'll listen to the music, and
but it's not real.
It's not real, but it. I mean, like I
these
have
are questions.
Yes.
Like these are questions. I'm not being combative. I'm saying I'm trying to understand the logic because it's not real. Why would I want to be somewhere that it's not real?
So just imagine this. If you had a opportunity to get your master's degree in front of an instructor that was renowned, but he only held it in the metaverse, and you go and you sit in the class in the metaverse and he teaches you live, and you can raise your hand and he can answer your questions live, but he may be in Korea or China or wherever else in the world, but you're getting instructions right live. It's live, but it's in the metaverse.
It's no different than Zoom, what we're sitting here doing.
Right. It's similar. It's very similar. But
I can see you. It's not in a cartoon character.
Right. You just have an avatar when you are doing.
Yeah, avatar.
Yes.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
but
but
I'm down with being a part of it or whatever, especially now what you said that you wanted to do, about I'll just say about the room, that makes sense because that's an escape. I can understand you put on the little thing and you go to an area, but this partaking in activities that I can see with in the real world, not in metaverse world, I don't get it. I don't get the stimulation. I get it takes away the authentic part of looking at, like I would rather look at you like I'm looking at you now than in the metaverse.
Right. And
but
excuse me.
The one that we talked about a few weeks ago that you were saying you wanted to do, that makes sense. Because it's an escape.
A personal escape. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I can see that. And then there's things in there that, when you come out of the metaverse, you didn't move side, everything is okay, I'm back. That makes sense. But this other stuff, concerts, playing a game, half of my body is gone, and I'm just I don't get it. But it's information, and you're right. I mean, in 20 years, it'll probably be, metaverse everything.
Yeah,
but in 20 years, I'll be an old woman and not care. So
yeah, it's here, and it behooves us to really get involved in it. I remember it had to be 2013, 2014, but I got it on my computer where I saw that everybody was going to have an app on their phone, the phone apps. And I said, hey, everybody's going to have an app. I said, McDonald's going to have an app. Every store is going to have an app. I seen it. I said, and I tried to start an app, and I was going to do it for security, and then I was going to expand it. And so I paid this company like $6,000 to build me an app, and I still got the prototype now, but they kept asking me for more money, and I just ran out of bread, right? And so I wasn't able to produce it. But look at it now.
And it's cheaper now.
It's very cheap now, you know. But just think, if I was able to pioneer at that stage and put people into it, then I would be wealthy right now, more than I am now, right? And so that I see the same thing. I see the same thing with blockchain technology, and it's even bigger. It's even bigger. It's all encompassing. And so it's just a better way to do business. It's a faster way to do business. And it brings all that technology together. Yes.
Now, I want to ask you another question about the NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is NFT in the metaverse?
Yes. It doesn't have to be, but yes, it can be.
Okay.
So NFT is a non-fungible token, and it could be art, it could be whatever you want it to be, and you create the NFT, and if someone sees value in it, you can put your price on it, or you can put it up to auction, and if people buy it, then it has value because they traded money for that object, and so it's just based on what people value, right? And so,
how do you create your NFT?
You create your NFT. Well, one place I use is called OpenSea. It's on the Ethereum blockchain. I have on my website, therepositioning.com, I have a guide to show you how to use NFTs to create your own NFT. I'm going to use NFTs in security, and it's going to be like a digital badge. And my company is going to verify companies as well as professionals, security professionals, using NFTs. So I'm giving some game out here, and so but yes, it's here. I spent 3 years working on my association, and so I got a master plan to roll it out, and that was before I had blockchain technology. Now that I have blockchain technology, it just makes it so much simpler to do.
Okay.
Welcome to the person that just joined. We're actually about to wrap it up in a few minutes, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask those questions. We are glad that we have this opportunity to just really help people get into this industry and know how to operate in the industry and do it well, do it right, and be able to. I want, if you hang around me and you're doing security, I'm going to make sure that your mindset expands. And if your mindset is greater than mine, well, even the better, because I want some of your mindset, because I'm constantly wanting to expand. So that's my goal, is to help as many people as I can in this industry and make them successful, and in turn that will make me successful, and bringing people together. And because the security industry, when I say security, I'm encompassing military, I'm encompassing locksmiths, I'm encompassing cybersecurity, I'm encompassing all police, right? Private investigators, detectives, I'm FBI, all of them. I'm bringing them all under one umbrella and say, hey, let's work together to make the world a better place to live and a safer place to live. And so that's my goal. And I need help. and I know that help is on the way. So if that's you, you can join in with me. I'm creating a DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization where you can have a piece of this this master plan that I have, and you just invest, and then you have a say in what goes on in the company. Okay, and that's through blockchain technology, and so that's exciting, and so we'll be sharing more about that as we continue to move forward.
David Klein.
What's that?
Sorry, that was my computer.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Let me mute myself. It said it's 8 o'clock.
It's
sorry.
8 o'clock. So yes. So I did record this on YouTube. So if you want to go to my YouTube channel and listen to this again, you definitely can do that. It's just Antoine on YouTube, and you can follow me there and subscribe. And so we got a lot of stuff going on, and we're just in the business to help people and grow big. So any other questions? If there's no other questions, we're gonna go ahead and end the call. And can I have the pleasure of the last person that joined? You want to say your name?
Oh, this is me. This is Jeff. I got back on. My phone had just dropped off.
Oh, all right,
I
Jeff.
had been on from the beginning, though.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay, Jeff. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Most of you had a question?
No, I was just listening. Just interesting things to hear about. Thank you so much for just give us a very good idea to start thinking about right now. I'm thinking about too many things right now.
It's an overload. It's an overload. Yes, see, our minds, and I'm gonna say this and we'll close out, but our minds, we are bombarded with information. And so 90% of the information that we are bombarded with, we dismiss. We dismiss 90% of things that we see, hear, feel, taste, smell, all that. 90%, right? That we take in with our senses, we dismiss. So if I expand your mind, then and you grab hold of it, then you'll start seeing it. So I expanded your mind with maybe some things on blockchain technology, and now you're going to start paying attention more. Oh, Antoine was talking about NFTs, and now you'll start seeing it more. It's like if
I have to see it.
What's that?
Like I have to see it.
Yeah, you have to see it. And so it's just like buying a new car. You don't hardly see that car and you say, man, this is a nice car. And then as soon as you buy it, guess what? You see them all over the place. You're just like, man, everywhere I go, I see this car.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Because your mind was expanded to it. And so that's what happens. It's just a law of nature. And so your mind is, and so you can choose what you want to focus on. It can be the good things or the bad things, and I choose to focus on the good things. And I know that even when things, so-called bad things happen to me, they're working together for my good. And so I look at it as it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. And there's a benefit in it. And so it's a whole nother level of being and thinking. And so I'm on my ascension. And so I'm willing to share that and help other people get to that place where they can ascend above where most people live. And most people live. And so operating in that top 10% of the world, when you start self-developing, it's only 10% of the world self-developing right now on a consistent basis. And so when you do that, that puts you at the top, top of the world. And so that's where we want to start. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to be. So if there's no more questions, y'all have a fabulous evening, and we'll see you guys at the top. And if you have any questions, we'll continue to do this on a weekly basis. But next week I'll be out of town, so I won't do it next week. But that following week I'll pick it back up. And so if you have any questions before then, feel free to shoot me a text, and if I can answer it, I definitely will. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank
All right.
you.
Y'all have a great one.
You too.
Bye.